What is going on, YouTube family? What is going on, guys? It is Future Tomorrow back with another vid, and today we have on deck the Adidas Originals Xeno ZX Flux. The Xeno, guys, stands for Xeno Peltis. For those of you not aware of where the inspiration came from for this particular treatment and the first iteration of the ZX Flux and the other shoes or models, I should say, that Adidas has used this effect on, or this laser cut treatment and pattern. Basically, the Xeno Peltis, guys, snake is native to Southeast, I believe, Asia and Indonesia. It's a sunbeam snake. Basically, when the light hits this snake and its skin, or you look at it in certain angles, it has this really shimmery type of iridescent effect to it that's just absolutely bananas to actually see. I think you can hear right here on YouTube. Look up the Xeno Peltis snake, or you can actually wiki it, or you can just Google it, Bing it, whatever search engine you use. Just look up the Xeno Peltis snake. Absolutely beautiful snake, and Adidas basically drew their inspiration for this particular treatment from that snake. Really brilliant, innovative work in my personal opinion. Now we're gonna get into the shoes, but first I just did another take of this, and there was one thing I had basically forgot to mention to you guys. So guys, this pair came from Champ Sports. It was released during the Black Friday, Thanksgiving last week in November holiday that just recently passed, and these were supposed to be back ordered on Champ Sports, and they were supposed to be pre-order only on Adidas.com. I considered buying them on Adidas.com, but I ended up going with Champ Sports just to kind of get my VIP points. So if you have VIP points with Champs, you might want to go ahead and just buy them from there, so you can up your VIP point game and just kind of roll those out towards discounts of other products and shoes that you may be interested in picking up from Champ Sports at some future point in time. I think Foot Locker may actually have these. Some of the smaller non-franchise boutiques actually have these new all black Adidas ZX Flux Xenos as well. But the box, so with the pair of ZX Flux, that the first initial pair that debuted during the All-Star weekend, that basically rolled out with like two other models, it actually, guys, had an all black box, and the stripes were like iridescent or like 3M, and this part where it's blue again was black, but it had this snake cut pattern here, this pattern that you see in the actual box. That to me was like, I think that was the box that they should have stuck with. But then I later saw a lot of these, or the first initial ones, I'm sorry, the one with the white mid, being sold on eBay, and a lot of them had this particular box. We don't collect boxes, guys, so at the end of the day, I'm not hung up by that. That's not like a sticking point for me. I didn't get, when I opened it, I didn't say like, man, I'm gonna return this to Champs because I didn't get a black box with snakeskin print and iridescent 3 stripes. Like, come on, really? Like, so, you know, that's not a big deal. It would have been nice, but I don't get hung up on details like that, even though I do believe sometimes that details actually make the experience. They're not a part of the experience, they make the whole experience. So would have been nice. It is what it is. Inside the box, guys, we just have our tissue paper, and then these did ship in a separate box from my Aqua 8. It looks like they might have actually shipped from like a different distribution center or something of that nature, but the receipt for these are basically in the double box, or the exterior box that I have aside to kind of ship any other pair of shoes that I end up selling. These are not for sale. These are my personal shoes. And unlike my first pair with the white mid, I will actually, guys, not be selling these. I may actually end up doubling up on these, but I'm definitely not selling these. So on deck, guys, just in case you haven't seen any videos of these or haven't seen anybody talk about these before, I'm just going to run through a couple of details on the shoe for you really quick. It's obviously an all black trainer with a couple little hints here and there with like some gray and kind of like, yeah, two tones of gray, a little bit of white. We'll talk about all that and where that all plays out. So guys, the entire upper of this shoe is obviously, again, all black, but it's a stretch mesh upper that they use. And then sitting on top of the stretch mesh upper, they have this really beautiful laser cut snakeskin pattern. And I just gave you guys the whole background to the Xeno pelted snake and where the inspiration was drawn from for that. So they use a laser cut process to basically apply this pattern in this kind of like a kind of very light plasticky type of pattern to the actual mesh. Really beautifully done, guys. And again, you know, if you see the shoe in different light, or if you see it if like a flash or a car light or whatever hits it in the dark, this thing just pops and gets really bright and looks all crazy. I've seen people walking in store on the street with these in NYC, and depending on how they're walking, you can basically see a part of the effect really well. Even here in the camera, you guys can see a bit of like a prism type of effect kind of going through, or some iridescence, as I basically like turn the shoe and move the shoe a little bit. So really nice, guys. All black laces, nothing crazy there. We have a little plastic tab that I think some of us have come to either appreciate or just know. It basically says Adidas Torsen right there. You guys can see that, but that's in all black. You have your lace loop right there, guys, kind of like in the center point of the tongue of the shoe. The tongue is all black, utilizing the same mesh and the same laser cut snakeskin pattern. This is where one of the grays come in that I was talking about right now. So it's almost like at first it can seem like it's almost like an off matte black, but it's really like a type of gray that the Adidas logo and the word Adidas is kind of sitting right there to the top of the tongue. Back of the tongue, guys, you have this nice nylon mesh sock liner, nice nylon mesh. If we just flip the shoe in like that, we can see we have Adidas right there with the Adidas logo, a bit of verbiage that's in white, black midsole or insole, I'm sorry. The heel cage, guys, or the heel shank, whatever you want to call that, would be right, but this is a translucent black. I love that about this as well. Definitely, again, fits with the all black silhouette of the shoe, but again, you have like some translucency going on there, so it's kind of like a nice variation in a different black, but then it still presents itself as an all black shoe. Really well done. Towards the back of the shoe, you have that same strip again, the same one that you have right here that I pointed out to you guys before. Looking at the actual mid, guys, this is an EVA midsole, which utilizes the Torsen support system. You guys can see that right there if I just flip the shoe over. And then this outsole on the actual shoe, guys, is an all rubber outsole. Very light shoe. If you've ever owned or ever actually tried on, or just like went to the store and picked up a pair of ZX Flux and considered them, it's a beautiful shoe, really comfortable shoe, but again, really light shoe at that, and that's pretty much, or should be, really important to a number of different people. Overall, guys, I mean, if I had to do this again, I would definitely pick these up in a heartbeat. I'm going to say something here that may actually be odd to some people. Some people may agree, some people may disagree, but it is what it is. We should all have our own opinions, guys. Don't let my opinion influence you, or don't let hype of a sneaker blog or anyone you follow on Instagram influence you. Always have your own opinions, your own thoughts. But for me personally, because of the laser cut snakeskin Xeno peltis inspired treatment on the upper of this shoe, this is by far, again, for me, just my opinion, the best all black trainer from any brand, from anyone that has released this year. If I had to pick a second shoe that's the best all black trainer of 2015, but I did not pick up, it would be the Diadora N9000, completely murdered out or blacked out, however you want to call, term, word that shoe, that particular model. I'm a huge fan of the Diadora N9000, but in all black, that just looks really sick in my personal opinion. Huaraches, I think, are pretty much played out for a lot of people now. The Huarache IDs are actually getting really, really interesting. That's something I may do at some point in 2016. But now that Huaraches are so easily accessible, they're just, and I feel like Nike's pumping out like so many weak colorways. But just to go back to the all black, a lot of those have like glue stains and different issues. It's a beautiful trainer, but that was just not on my radar for this year as far as the best all black trainer, and that really isn't from 2015 anyway. 2015 aside, and yes, I'm considering the Pusha T's and all over black shoes that at least I'm aware of, I can think of at the top of my head. This is still the best to me personally, just because of this Xeno Peltis laser cut snakeskin treatment that they did on the upper of the shoe. That is also functional in its presentation. It's not just form and design. It actually serves a function as well. If you want to walk with these at nighttime, you want to run in these, whatever the case may be, play some type of activity, CrossFit, etc., you should know that you'll be well protected. If you're in a dark area where you're worried about being hit by something, a truck, a car, whatever it may be, they will be able to see you in these shoes. So absolutely beautiful shoe, guys. I would do this again. That's my quick review and my thoughts on the all black Xeno ZX Flux, guys. Absolutely beautiful shoe, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Only if I've said anything here that sounds remotely like I know what I'm talking about, or you've looked at it in my past videos and you're like, yeah, we like what this guy is doing. If not, zero worries, family. Zero worries. No love lost. I'm gonna post a link to my Instagram down in the bottom of this video. I'm also going to post a link to my little shop that I know some of you have been buying stuff from, and I know some of you also have bought stuff from my eBay store, but I'm really, guys, trying to move away from eBay for a number of different reasons. It's a sinking ship, so I'm trying to move away from eBay, and I've been doing more of Bonanza and my own little shop, which again, the link to both of those will be down in my description. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Thanks as always for watching. This is your boy Future Tomorrow, and until I catch you guys on my next vid, have a good one and peace.